Good morning, Mr. Will here. Video lesson for Tuesday, May 12th, 2020 for the groups Feed Me Pie and Divide and Conquer. So we're back at it. We're working on solving equivalent linear expressions. I'm here with a problem that probably would be best solved by drawing a diagram or a picture. This is a great strategy to use when solving problems. To really make sure that you understand, one, what the question is asking, and two, to kind of apply the numbers and ideas in the problem to really make sure that we understand what the problem is asking and kind of keep us on track. So let's check this out and apply that strategy today. It says the width of the rectangle is represented by 5 plus 2y. The length is twice as long as the width. What is the perimeter of the rectangle? So like I said, the first thing that I would like to do is I would draw a rectangle, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect, but more or less you can get yourself a rectangle. It says the width of the rectangle is represented by 5 plus 2y. So this would be the width, and this long side would be the length. So this side would be 5 plus 2y, and then that would make this side 5 plus 2y, because this side of the rectangle and this side are going to be equal, okay? So 5 plus 2y. Now, the question is, what is the perimeter? Now, the perimeter is the length around the outside of this shape. So in order to solve for the perimeter, we're going to have to figure out what is the length of this side and what is the length of this side. And when you solve for perimeter, you add all four sides together, okay? And we can just write that as an expression for this for today, because there are variables, so we're not going to be solving it. So this length is, as it says, is twice as long. So twice as long, I know, just means to multiply by 2. So it would be 2 times 5 plus 2y. And if this side is 2 times 5 plus 2y, that means this length would be 2 times 5 plus 2y. And now, with our diagram, we have labeled all the necessary information that we would need in order to solve this, okay? Now, there's two different ways that we can write this expression, equivalent expressions, okay? The first is we could go through and we could count up all of our sides. So I have 2 times 5 plus 2y, 2 times 5 plus 2y, so that'd be 4. And then on my widths, I have 5 plus 2y, so that'd be 5. And then on this side, I have 5 plus 2y, and that would be 6. So I have 6 5 plus 2y's. Does that make sense? Because I have 1 plus 2 plus 1 would be 4, plus 2 more would be 6. So one of the ways that I can solve this would to say 6 times 5 plus 2y. So this would be one way that I could write this expression and solve this. Okay, now I don't know the value for y, but if I did, I could solve this. Now, another way that we could do this is we could put these all together. So if I have 2 times 5, do the distributive property of multiplication. 2 times 5 would be 10. 2 times 2 would be 4. So this side would be equal to 10 plus 4y. So if this is equal to 10 plus 4y, that means this side needs to be the same thing, 10 plus 4y. Now, if I go around and I add all of these up, I have 10 plus 10 would be 20, plus 5 would be 25, plus 5 would be 30. So that would be 30. And then I could add all my y's up, because again, we have our constant terms and we have our variable terms. If I add up all my y's, I have 4 plus 2 would be 6, plus 4 would be 10, plus 2 would be 12. I have 12y. So an equivalent expression that I could use to show the perimeter of this rectangle would be 30 plus 12y. Now, the cool thing about math, and maybe I'm the only one who thinks it's cool, is check this out. If we were to do the distributive property of multiplication here with this first expression and simplify it, guess what? It equals 30 plus 12y, because 6 times 5 is 30 and 6 times 2 is 12. 30 plus 12y. So what we just did is we just solved for the perimeter of the rectangle. The perimeter of the rectangle would be 30 plus 12y, or 6 times 5 plus 2y. Today, I would like you to continue to work and practice these skills in finding equivalent linear expressions. Work hard, ask questions, don't forget about your problem of the week in IXL lessons, and I'll see you back here on Thursday. Thanks.